Today on the Cristopolis Show, I have the honor of interviewing Milano Constantine. He's a lyricist that's known around the world. He's affiliated with the DITC crew. He's worked with Big Pun. He has a catalog that's impressive. He's got a new single out called Kevorkian List with Body Bag Ben and J Royale. We're going to bring him in, talk to him about what he's currently working on, his journey in hip hop, and more. Let's bring him in. Peace, peace, salute.
God bless you, brother.
God bless you, my bro. It's an honor to have you on. What an impressive discography. You know, it's one thing to prepare for an interview and go through somebody's complete body of work and just be blown away by how long you've been in the game, by, you know, everybody you've been working with, and how you're still on the cutting edge. The new single you got out, Kevorkian List with Body Bag Ben and J Royale.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy one. Yeah, Ben went crazy on that.
Yeah.
And we had that tucked away for a minute. And J Royale came along and that made the marriage. And we was like, yo, we gotta drop it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm glad you like it.
Thank you, my brother. It's a dope single. Now, you've worked with Body Bag Ben in the past. You've got Write It in Blood, right? I know that a lot of people, your fans around the world. I know you've been doing stuff in Europe.
Yes, sir.
People want to know, right, what's Milano got coming next?
I got 2 projects, actually. I got one called Fly Dialogue that my brother DJ Reddy C, we completed that. And I also got a new joint that I'm doing right now. It's already finished. I already sent it to Coast to Guard. Shout out to Coast to Guard. It's called Restricted Area. Probably the first single is probably going to be Lazarus Effect. So it's a testament. You know what I'm saying? It's a testament, so brother. Dope. Yeah.
Shout out to Coach to God, such a special person in hip hop, connecting so many folks. He's such a good brother. So shout out to Coach to God.
Yeah, God bless him.
He had mentioned to me that y'all met, you know, the way you met, like it's almost like the universe brought it together. Can you share that story with us?
Yeah, it was like organic. Like, I guess he was working the record, the Kevorkian List. And I was being appreciative of him putting it up in his stories, because you know how a lot of motherfuckers are. You do shit, they don't even show love back. It's not reciprocated. You just like
hate watching. The hate watching.
Yeah. So when he was doing that, I felt like he was a genuine person, and I was like, "Yo, God bless you. I appreciate this. You don't got to do this, blah blah blah." And we was just going back and forth organically like that. And I just so happened to post some merch that I had, some CDs, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna come through, and I'm gonna check you out." So we had a beautiful meeting. When he came through, he spoke for hours, man. Felt like I knew this brother for years, man. So big up to him, man. Word. God bless Coast to God. We got a lot of things in the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not even going to speak on it, but we got a lot of things in the process.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's the thing. You know, I always wonder. I think the mystique is really important. The proper rollout of projects is really important. So only way you can speak on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bro. So yeah, when we get that together, of course, I'll be right back over here knocking it out with you, letting you know. Yeah,
you,
of course.
So you mentioned, I want to make sure that we unpack as much as we can, that there's 2 projects in the clip. You know, any like thought in regards to like when you're releasing them? Is there something?
It's going to be it's probably next year. Next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
So,
next year.
Yeah. So
now that I got a correct home and I feel comfortable, I can knock these out. You know, I'm in the lab right now. I'm in the studio right now. So this is my home.
That's dope.
So I got a home studio, so I knock this shit out here. So
yeah,
it's easy.
That's easy. Good. So in 2025, you mentioned 2 projects. Do you know which one's dropping first?
That I'm not sure of. I think Fly Dialogue got there first, but I'm not mistaken. Any one of them drop is gonna shake it up. Yeah, and we're gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on. I got much more. I got a whole bunch of records here I'm going through. Yeah, I'm gonna put everything together. I actually produced a whole restricted area joint.
Wow.
On some production shit,
Is this
yeah. Cause
the first album that
I've been
you produced?
producing. No, not at all. Like on other projects, I brought Showbiz records. Like, yo, listen, we got to do this. Like on let me think, Boulevard Author, I brought the sample to Reminisce.
Wow.
And he was floored, like, holy shit, I did the whole thing.
That joint goes
Switched the
so
drums
hard.
up. Yeah, he just switched the drums up, but I brought the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So even in let me think, Cavalli Champ. Actually, Eating But Still Hungry, the joint I did with Showbiz.
Yeah.
I did Cavalli Champ. You know what I'm saying? So I've been putting my work in on some production shit. Yeah. So I just want to bring that forward in 2025. You know what I mean?
That's dope. Cause
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
you're so dope as a lyricist, and you know, just where where God put you in the world. You know what I'm saying? You came up in Upper Manhattan, right by the Bronx. You're around legends,
Oh yeah.
DITC, Showbiz. You've worked with Body Bag Ben, Big Ghost. So you've worked with some
Big
of the
Pun.
best producers. But
Big
you
Pun.
got the chops.
Yeah. But I seen it. I've been around Buck. I've been around Showbiz, Law Finesse. Not actually them showing, saying, hey, look, put this to this to this. Nah, just looking at it and just analyzing, being analytical. Like, all right, this is how it is. This is all right. I'll put it together like that. I got it. Yeah, I already know what I want. I'm not gonna give you no bullshit.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. If you want that soulful fly shit, you gotta come over here.
Yeah, that's good.
You gotta come over here. And I give you that gutter shit. You already know that rep for the slums.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
street talk, man. That's what we want.
yeah.
You know, it's that real life. The this album that you're talking about, Restricted Area,
Mm-hmm.
is this the first album that you'll have produced from beginning to end that you're releasing to the world?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a lot of passion in it. You know, it's a lot of passion. It's just gutter. I'm just talking about ups and downs, failures, being triumphant,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of emotions in a gumbo mixed up.
Yeah.
Over my beats is dirty. I'm sampling shit from VCR tapes. Come on, forget about it.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I'm going, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I feel
and I'm
like
not even tooting my horn. I'm not even like being extra with it. It's the truth.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
All of that. I love VHS, man. I'm like getting back into VHS because it's like vinyl. There's all this stuff that's lost. It never made it to DVD.
I still got.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still go through all of that. I got all of that shit. I'm a fucking hoarder.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm back.
I see you.
Out here in
you
LA.
Collect?
Out here in LA, yeah, I collect, bro. Out here in LA, there are all these new VHS stores popping up.
I've heard
There's like 3
about that. I heard about
they're
that.
Popping up like VHS is back.
It's fly.
Yeah.
They've been a little extra with the tapes. I've seen one tape that shit was like $59.99.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fly. It's fly though. It's still fly. It's fly.
It's still flying, and it's like that stuff that it happened with vinyl. It's really well, especially for hip hop heads. It didn't make the jump, right? There's stuff that didn't make the jump from vinyl to like tape and then CD. There's stuff that didn't make the jump from VHS to DVD, Blu-ray. There's gems in there. There's all that music in there. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Yeah.
You got to be creative when you're trying to find something. It could be from anything.
Yeah.
Or
you mentioned another project that's set to go that you worked with a producer in Europe. Can you talk about that a little bit?
We finished it. Let me see. I'm actually we're done with it. It's gonna be called. Let me figure it out, cause let me check it out, cause I got a little bit of notes here. Yeah. I'll hit you back about that one, bro.
Yeah.
But the Ready C joint, that's going to be ready to go. The Fly Dialogue is ready to go. I sent it to the coach. He loved it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's going to be fly.
Now the album. So you got the album that's such a banger, right? Which is Pay the Ghost with Big Ghost.
Yeah.
And the project before that, which is the Blockwork. That joint was with another producer in Europe, right?
Yeah. That was DJ Sweat. Yeah, from Spain, Boston. He's dope. He's dope. He's like a turntable mixologist. So he was real fly with it. So I got up with him and we knocked out Blockwork in like a month or so. 2 months. And we knocked it out. Yeah, he came. It was really dope. I came up with like a lot of the concepts. He came up with the concept for the artwork, and we just ran with it and knocked it out. That was a nice album.
Yeah,
that was really dope. Thank you, bro.
Really
that was dope. Yeah,
I love how global hip hop is, and how appreciated it is in a lot of countries around the world, especially in Europe. In Australia also, and Japan. Like, these pockets where like they're hungry for it.
You're right. And you just gotta feed the hunger. You just gotta make that. You gotta cook that plate up and serve it. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
The one of the things that you're really well known about, because he's such a legend, right, is Big Pun and your association with him, his cosign, the work that you've done with Big Pun. Yeah. Can you talk to us about that relationship, how you guys met, and how you work together?
Yeah. That was wild. I was just reading something that it was on Mass Appeal back in the days. Let me see. It was a little magazine. I was in this joint back in the days. This old Mass Appeal shit, right? And I was like,
look at that.
I was like 24, and it basically was saying like, let me see. It said like, I did Where You At with Pun in '98.
Wow.
So we was in D&D Studios, and I was in the back room, and the lounge area was around like Studio A, and Sunkiss called me out and was like, "Yo, this nigga Pun want to hear you spit." It was like a cipher, and everybody's rhyming, so I go, and we just keep going. I knew I had like 20 rhymes in the clip already. I already knew it, and I'm like, damn, this is Pun. He's crazy. And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, yo, if he loves your shit, he'll fuck around and you be on something.
Yeah.
So we kept on. Everybody like basically drops out the cipher. It's just me and him. I'm like, oh shit. So I still got it. He sits up like and hits me with a barrage of shit. All right. It's over. Everybody, everybody's yelling and shit like that. And he comes to me to the side and was like, yo, I was supposed to do something with cannabis, but I think you need to come to the studio. We're going to do something. Wow. And as I looked at it, it said I did this shit on like the 3rd, and that Friday I was in the studio with him. So, and we did Where You At. This shit was crazy. It was crazy, bro.
That's like divine. Like, you didn't know him before that.
I didn't know him no. And at that time, I know Pun was getting a grip for verses. So when we go to the studio, Showbiz is there. Show got a brown bag. You already know the bread's in the bag. And at the end of the night, Show sends him. He's like, yo, here's the bread. Like, he passes him off it. He passed the bag off to him. And Pun looked at him like, no, like, nah. You don't know who this kid is? He's the next one. Like, nah. And that day forward, like, changed everything for me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I already was with Digging, and I was already a young kid coming up with choruses. Yo, we need a hook. Everybody leave the studio. I'll come up with a hook. But to really be stamped by Pun, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
that really showed me like, yo, dogs, all of this shit, all of this time that you put in, look, that's like Pac, Biggie.
Yeah.
That's what it is, the equivalent of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, nobody could take that shit away from me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a beautiful moment. Or I had the bullshit $6-7 bullshit phones, the little bullshit phones. I brought that down. We was taking, I was like, yo, Pun, I can take pictures with you. He was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Word, it was dope. Word, it was dope, bro. Word.
Man, what a special moment.
Yeah,
wow.
Man.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. So you could tell, you already knew. I mean, let me see. I mean, let me show you.
Look at that, man. What a collection you got in the studio there. I can see all in the back. Those are Force magazines.
So, Pun is right there. He look over me. He look over me while I be doing my verses. I can't embarrass that man.
Yeah.
You know? I was in the studio with Big L, shit like that. Like, it don't get better than that. Not like Pro 2 sessions and they fly the verses. No, I'm with them physically.
Yeah.
So the torch that I be holding is heavy, but I gotta hold that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned right now, you've been in the studio with Big L, also DITC. Can you talk to us about that relationship, how you met, how you linked up with DITC, how that all happened?
That's from Showbiz. He was like, we had a mutual friend in the family, and I always rhyme. Maybe like, I mean, I've been rhyming and writing shit since I was 8, but he probably came into my life.
You had that inside of you always.
Always. I was sickly, like with asthma, so my father already like gave me books and art and shit like that to get into, instead of like, not being stressed out because I couldn't play and shit like that. Yeah. You get what I mean? So
yeah.
So meeting Show, I didn't want to bother him. Like, probably everybody's in his ear. Like, I could rhyme, but I knew I could really rhyme. And when I really finally kicked him a verse, he was like, "What the fuck? This is like Baby Nas. What the? You in here doing this shit in your room?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, wait a minute. So the cultivation started from there. You know what I mean? And then, so as things, so I graduated high school. So I knew him like 13. I graduate high school and all that. Now I'm in the studio. During that time, the graduation, I'm in the studio with them. I meet Party Artie, D-Flow, the Get Dirty crew, everybody. The whole jamboree. It's like the fucking all-star cast. You know what I'm saying?
It really is.
Diamond D, Lord Finesse. It's like, yo, what the fuck? And these is like legends. But in my mind, I knew that I would always be there. I'm not like, I'm like, yo, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be right with them. Whoever was the top, I knew I was gonna be with, and I was right there with them. Yeah. So it was dope. It was like it was a beautiful experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go through highs and lows, but it was still, most of it is still fly shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, and I mean, everybody that we're talking about right now, Showbiz and Diamond D, Big L, and Big Pun, these are all legends of hip hop forever. Like, they ain't never gonna, like, that's like founding fathers of.
Nah, that shit is chiseled in the wall of hip hop.
Yeah.
That shit is chiseled in there.
Yeah.
So I already, like, that's why it's so much to uphold. And that's why I come so, like, how I do. So if it's not as frequent, but when I do come, I'm a fuck everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So 2025 is the year. 2025, you've got
25 is the 7. So
Ooh.
yeah, that's the number of completion. 7 warriors. Yeah, brother. What?
That's good, man. One of the cats that I've seen that you've worked with a lot in the past, and I'm curious if you got something coming up with him, if he's on your projects coming up in 2025, is Planet Asia. You've had EPs with Planet Asia. That's, you know what I'm saying? Is there any work coming with him in 2025?
I just spoke to him. That's simple. We could get on the horn and we could get studying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually got a joint. I produced it. It's for Iron Sheik, and it's featuring Planet Asia. So that's on Iron Sheik's album. I'm producing his whole album. So
Wow.
That's crazy. So we're almost finished with that. I'm also producing another young brother named A1. He's from Queens. He's fucking bananas.
Yeah, I know about A1.
So
yeah.
So we're almost half done with that, or fully almost done. Probably like 2-3 more songs and we're done with that. Fully produced by me.
Wow.
We smacking them up, beating the shit out of them. It's crazy.
Good. That's good, man. Because we're talking about production and these albums that you're working on, what's the right way, like, if an MC, if a young up and coming MC, if they want to get some of that Milano Constantine production, right, or a verse, what is the right way for people to contact you to do business and things like that?
You could DM me, or you could just hit the real Milano Constantine at gmail.com.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that'll be all the business inquiries is good through there.
Yeah.
I'll hit you back and, make an offer. I ain't hard to, we ain't hard to bargain, bro.
Yeah.
Before it get really ridiculous, I'm telling motherfuckers to tap in now.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get insane. And that price ain't gonna be like that no more.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
I'll let you say it. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
It's true, brother. It's true. Word. But I stay humble and I stay doing what I do. But yeah, man. Yeah. I appreciate you, brother. Word.
Can you take us into your creative process a bit? Like, so let's talk about the rhyming first, right? Okay. When you write a song, when you put together your verses, how do you do it? Like, what's the method that you use to create a song?
I'll probably study first. I'll probably go through some documentary, some documents. Let me see. I'll go through some movies.
Yeah.
I'll probably read some shit before I get into that whole mode. You can't really just. Sometimes you can catch the spirit. Yeah. But as I'd rather engulf a whole bunch of information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get the idea.
And then something to spark. I could be in the street, somebody could walk past, say a word. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't think of that. Something like that. Anything could kind of spark it. Reading the back of albums while you're looking through the songs.
Yeah.
Anything kind of could spark it, but that's usually my thing. And then I'll just start penning something. And then I could just all I need is a few words. Yeah. Not to give up the sauce, but all I need is a few words. A couple. And I could just run the whole verse down. All I need is a couple words. And I could just, I don't know, I could just do it. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happens.
God is hell. Do you write with pen and paper? Do you write in your head?
Yeah. Yeah, we still.
Oh, yeah.
I got bags over there.
So many gems in there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's just a little bit. Yeah, but I still write. You gotta write.
Yeah.
I think that the feeling that you get is powerful. And I be feeling not to be bugged out, but God kind of a channel, some energy or something through my right arm.
Yeah.
and I start, oh shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not making it up. It's like, oh shit, yeah, this is dope.
You know, like I've heard that before.
I'll go crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Artists have told me that like they connect with something, and there's no other way to explain it other than something higher. And it just it comes through.
So yeah, and that's how I get sparked.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
and then for the beats, for the beats, is it different?
A beat now is like, you know, you gotta actually feel it. You know, I think you could make something and it be shallow. Yeah. But it's still bang, but it's missing something. Like, oh, that's hard, but it's just me. I like something to bang, and you could feel it like emotionally. Like, damn, maybe the beat even just made you cry. You didn't even hear nothing, no lyrics or nothing, but the beat just got you emotional as fuck. You like, what the fuck is? But it can happen like that, right on.
It pulls from inside.
Yeah. So I try to like gather that power and try to do that. Like when I find something, I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. No one has this. Oh my God, you know, and then you get into it. Yeah. So I get real emotional with this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's interesting how like a sample or something, it just could pull all sorts of emotions out of you.
Yeah.
You know, it's really dope. What are you producing on?
Shit, I fuck with Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
My son will fuck with the bass on the keyboard or something like that. But yeah, I felt the most comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I could drag the sample. I could chop it. I don't let the shit chop itself. Yeah. I chop it. I have fun time with it.
Yeah.
Fun time. Yeah. That shit is the best. I could fuck with machines, but I just like that.
Yeah. That's.
I mean, shit, if you could do something on the Casio and it come out crazy, fuck it.
They doing it on their phone now.
Yeah. So then forget about it. I don't want to say nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, you're right.
They doing it on the phone now. I mean, like, you know, like I'm a bit of a purist, you know what I'm saying? So like back in the day, it's like, you know, you wanted to be like an MPC or S, you know, 1200, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't really like, it ain't been like that for a long time.
Yeah, you're right.
The truth is, you can get fly, if the beat bangs, it bangs, you know?
It's true. Yeah, it's true, brother.
Yeah. Man, that's really good. You know, the interesting thing about how you've worked with producers, you know, in Barcelona and abroad, I wanted to ask, like, have you had a chance to tour at all, to go perform it at different places?
No,
in the US?
No. And this will be the year that all changes with God's help.
Yeah.
Because the Milano tour overseas, God, Coast to God, where you at?
Yeah.
We gonna get them passports ready, bro. Yeah. Because then it's over with. Then that's really over.
Yeah.
Because I seen a clip. It was one time I felt down thinking about myself. This music shit. This is this is that. And somebody sends me a clip, and it's Rep for the Slums, live at the Boiler Room in the UK. And they just play the record. And the motherfuckers go crazy.
Yeah.
I was like this. That shit brought tears to my eyes. I was like, damn. Yeah. They was going nuts. I was like, when you go out there and you do that shit, it's over with. They're probably going to need the fucking ambulances.
It's going to be crazy. The merch sales are going to be crazy. Two suitcases of merch.
Yeah, 2.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, with God's help, all that's coming, brother. Yeah,
man. Man, I can't wait. 2025,
I'm very happy, bro. Yeah, I'm very happy.
you know, you talk about suitcases, and that kind of made me think of something that's related to hip hop. You know, we talked about you as a producer. I think you're known around the world as an MC. Those two areas you got on lock, but there's another part of hip hop that you know that you get up in, which is fashion. If you go through Milano's Instagram, you're gonna see that the closet and the style you've been getting fresh. Can
Oh
you talk
man,
to us about
Plastic
that?
Man. They call me Plastic Man, like fresh like a fucking Macy's mannequin. I've been like that, brother. I've been like that. For the days that I didn't have it and I was fucked up, had to wear my brother's sneakers, had no belt, had to wrap the shit with a fucking shoestring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch me. When I get a little something. Yeah, so yeah. And I'm, you know, I mean, shit, Milano, you can't be no funny looking motherfucker. You gotta be flower.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. You can't be no bum ass nigga. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta stay like that. Yeah, brother. I gotta stay like that.
Was that like, you know, did that start as early as like high school you've been getting fly?
That started with my father. My father probably had one pair of sneakers, God bless the dead. And everything else was shoes and gators.
He dressed.
Yes. And I always used to look at him and be like, damn, I want to be like him. He's super fucking fly. He had the fucking waves, and I'm like, oh, man. You know what I mean? Always wanted to be like him. So as I got older, that's what it is. I just encompassed everything that he did, and I did it. Or,
dope, man.
Yeah.
With the hip hop
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah, man. You seen like on Rep for the Slums, I had the fucking Prada white goose on, like Pablo Guzman. Word, yeah. So yeah, we've been doing it. You gotta do it like that.
Yeah, man. I was going through the gram, and you know, you got like older pics on there too, and I'm like, this brother been getting it because it's not like it's not even one area, right? It's like everything. You got the Pelly Pel, you got the, you know what I'm saying? You got
nah. We could go all the way back. Word.
Everything.
Yeah. Try to be on the cusp for all of it, cause I mean, money making Manhattan. What the fuck? Super fresh.
Yeah.
Always. Bread, always. Even if you popped, it don't even matter. You fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
You nigga look fantastic. So $1,000, $100, whatever, it don't matter. Yeah, you gotta be like that. You gotta stay like that.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know, talked about fashion a bit. Are there any other aspects of hip hop that, you know, were important to you? Did you do graffiti growing up? Did you do any b-boying?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
I bombed.
Did
you? Yeah. NES, my shit was Nez. I tagged, I bombed everywhere. Word. Let me see.
Mostly
break dancing. No, mostly it was mostly uptown.
Yeah.
It was mostly uptown. We hit the fucking train tracks, all that shit. Hell yeah. Had the markers, the big magic. I still tag. You know what I mean? Still fly. Break dancing. Come on, man.
Right.
I thought I was Turbo on one of them motherfuckers. Word. I be doing this shit in the crib. My son be looking at me like, yo, dad, you look whack doing this shit. I'm like, yeah, if I bug out and do the fucking backspin on you. Or do the fucking snake or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Nah. I grew up in every element of hip hop.
That's dope, man.
Went to the park jams. All of that. Word. Was in Latin quarters. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? Went to the fucking Fever. Crazy. Seen Nas perform at the Fever. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at, like a fucking god. It was just, the glow. I was like, what the fuck? Word. So yeah, man. Every aspect, all of it. DJing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, everything. Yeah.
there's you know, in a lot of your projects, you know, we talked about the one that you did with the turntable list out in Barcelona, on the work you did with Body Bag Ben. I mean, there's DJing and scratching incorporated within the production. That's something that you keep alive.
Yeah.
It's important in your work. That's good. That's dope.
Yeah, it's fly. I mean, because that's the elements of it.
Yeah.
And it sounds fly.
Yeah.
You always got to do something. You know what I mean? It don't got to be overly exaggerated, but it got to still be some hints of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got to be something of it.
That's good.
If it's not no scratching, it's definitely some sort of like movie monologue, fly montage shit in the beginning, intro-y, kind of, you know, 90s-esque feel.
Yeah.
If it's not no scratching, it's gonna still have something of it, that feel. You're gonna be like, ooh, catch the chills off of it. You still gonna feel, you know what I mean, dope about it.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that most of your albums are about 10 songs. Is that about like the right size for you?
Yeah.
It feels like that's like,
because people don't have a long attention span anyway.
Yeah.
So if I'm getting in a car and I'm going from this destination and this destination, I'm probably going to only listen to 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah.
And then when I get back in the car, either finish it. When you get back in the car, you either finish it or bring it back to the 5. So it's like all that 15, 20 shit, I'm cool. 10, that should have you set and locked in like, this is hard. And I think after Nas, for me, set the precedent with it like that, with the 10, I'm like, oh, that's golden. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. If it ain't 10, it's 7 or 6 if I'm doing the like little EP or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that amount is like perfect also. I feel that as a consumer, whenever, even when it's a dope artist, an artist that like I really love, that I almost feel like that last 5, let's say it's a 15 track, you know, album, that last 5 is kind of like maybe shouldn't have made the album. They don't put the gems up in there, and if you did, they should have been up front. Yeah,
most of the time I believe that they do it like as in fillers. But believe me, listen, when an album is whack, it's not, it's on the MC because he's picking the beats.
Yeah. Right.
You pick that bullshit, then you're gonna blame somebody else. You pick that shit. You gonna blame the producer? It's whack. I'm not rhyming on it. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So if you make some whack shit, that's your fault. So I'm not making whack shit, and if I make it, you probably would never hear that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about how you met DITC through Showbiz, and that you know was like a family friend, and you know you was honing the craft. When he finally heard it, he was like blown away. Mm-hmm. How did that first, how were those meetings of first going to like the studio, going to D&D, DITC? So, what were those moments like for you?
I know one time I went to the studio, God bless, and I had a linen. I mean, listen, that's D&D. It's dirty. D&D. All right. I go with a linen outfit on. I got sandals. I'm fly. I got a little fucking straw hat. D-Flow, I'll never forget. God bless him. D-Flow and Party Artie is looking at me like, who the fuck is this nigga? But not obvious, not like crazy, but just like. So Show feels that. And Show goes, yo, matter of fact, yo, this is Milano B. This is the kid I was telling you about. They like, oh, word, okay, all right. They put a beat on. I start going to work. Artie goes, yo, Milano is the god. That nigga Milano is the god. What? Are you crazy? And that's how he spoke. Party Artie was, he was a monster. So, and Party Artie, God bless the dead, he showed me how to write bars. I didn't even know what a 16 bar was. I used to just get the whole yellow whole yellow book,
right,
the sheet, and write the whole verse. And when I finished at the bottom of the page, that was the verse.
end of the verse.
He goes,
like 24 bars.
He's like, God, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm writing the verse. He's like, no. He was like, yo, it's 16 bars. He said, but you got to write it in like 2-bar stanzas.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? So he's like, yo, if you write 2, 4, 6, he said, if you write 8 lines, that's 16. I'm like, oh. So all of my shit is written out like that. Oh, man. Where the fuck? So every bar is written in like a 2-bar stanza kind of thing going on there.
And you learned that
for Party Artie. God
D&D.
bless him.
You learned that at D&D with Party Artie.
Yes.
That's dope.
So I'm looking crazy, but I'm looking fly, but like extra, and it's dirty. And these niggas like, what the? But yeah, that was one of the. That was a fly. That was an ill moment. It was bugged out. But after that, they knew it. Actually, it was another time. God bless the dead. Guru came to me. I did rap for the slums, and he goes, "Do you know that you were rhyming on the same compound word, the whole 16 bars?" He said, "You know how hard that is?" So I was like, ain't nothing larger than this. Mahogany 6, glass of Harvey's Brisk. I did that cadence the whole way through. And he's like, do you know how hard that is to do that? He was like, you ill. He was like, keep doing that. And that was Guru. And I'm like, thinking it's mostly the voice that gets you up. I'm thinking that. I'm like, that's fucking Guru.
Wow.
Shit like that you can't make up, man.
Nah, man. What a life.
Yeah. I said, man, and I was calm there though, but when I left, I'm like, you already know.
Yeah. The studio, you're like, word.
Yeah. But I showed my emotions when I got outside. Like, damn, God, thank you, B.
Yeah.
I knew none of this shit was in vain. I knew that me putting this work and even if it's slow, it's still moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Word. God bless Google. Word.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
What a legend.
Yeah.
And also, man, like the music you do, it's everybody wants to always have, I guess, more money, and it's good to be like recognized by people, but really just you don't know what impact one song is having on another individual. And in your case, since your music's known everywhere, you know what I'm saying, people around the world are listening to your lyrics. There's songs that literally get people through moments,
Yeah,
so that's really dope.
That's true. Somebody DM me, a gentleman talking about hurting himself.
Wow.
And you know how people like kind of like screenshot it, share it, like scribble out the name.
Yeah.
I just didn't even want to do that. I just kept that to myself. And he was saying that like my songs were like helping him through things.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, God, because me writing helps me get through things.
Yeah.
So that was powerful in itself. When I read that, I was like, wow, that's more valuable than anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he could have offed himself, but he goes and listens to something and says, wow, there's more to it. That's ill.
Yeah. It's I think that happens a lot, specifically in hip hop, because artists, so many of the MCs have gone through real life things, whether it was growing up in adversity, growing up, without a parent, or having friends that, didn't make it and got, left here early. And, MCs have the gift of the voice and the pen to communicate those feelings in a way that somebody else going through something can
Sure.
hear, you know, that story, hear how you handle that adversity, you know,
Sure.
the self-reliance that comes out of that, and that
Yeah.
there's hope, you know what I'm saying, that there's hope.
Sure.
And it has a huge impact on people, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're an author at the same time. Like, you're writing a book.
Mm.
So if somebody was, you know, if they would, I'm writing it as though God, you know, God forbid, if you came into the world blind and you never saw anything, if you heard what I was writing, you could see everything. You could hear you could smell the piss in the elevator. You could smell the crack fumes in the next door apartment coming from up under the door. You could hear the screams of somebody getting abused on the third floor. You could write that, and they could see that shit. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's why I wrote the Boulevard Author album, because it's like, that's what we do. Like, we're authors. Well, not everybody. Some are plagiarists, but we won't get into that.
Good.
But you know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and that album, that song, that album, that concept, Boulevard Author, is so dope. You did that album with Showbiz. Uh, did you come up with that, Boulevard Author?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had that concept for years, floating around in my head, and when I started putting the songs together with Show, I was like, this is Boulevard Author. This is what this is. You know, this is what this is. Because you painting everything. You letting it be known. You know, skill set, street shit, life shit, health shit, kids, wife, mother, family, worldly events, everything. All was going on. And it was just in that. Or
It's good, man.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
dope,
bro.
my bro.
Thank you, brother.
Bro, as we, you know, as we start the wrap, I want to make sure that we recap and we got all the, like, you know, important pieces that we covered early
Sure.
on when we first started the interview. I had to ask you out the gate about the projects you got coming up. You know, you shared with us 2 projects that are going to be dropping soon in 2025. One
So
that
those 2 are the most important, right?
yeah.
And I probably have 2 more. The other one was called Foreign Exchange. I'm doing with another brother. Supposed to be doing something with OJ, because I did Attaché Case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for him to send me a batch of joints. But mostly for this entire year is gonna be my production on everything, except the fly dialogue.
Right.
Except that. But yeah. It's going to be monumental. This year's it's a show 'em type of year. You got to show everybody.
That's dope, man.
You got to show everybody the value of everything. Yeah, you got to let them know. You got to let them know, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milano Constantine, my bro, it's been an honor to have you on to talk about your incredible career. You shared so many dope stories about DITC, Big Pun, Big
God bless
L,
you, brother.
Guru. You know what I'm
saying? Listen, your spirit is so welcoming.
Thank you, bro.
I feel like you right here with me, you're a fly guy, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yo, for real. Nah, for real. Much health, much abundance for you, brother. For real.
Thank you, my brother.
God bless you, brother.
Hey, God bless you, my bro. Hey, listen, when the albums drop in 2025, we'll run it back. You know what I'm saying?
Please. This was an honor. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
And happy holidays. God bless.
Hey, happy holidays to you too. God bless, my bro. Salute.